My name is C.V.Akuta. Now, today's episode, I will talk about Ohanaeze's election that was held on the Friday, 10th of January 2025. I want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly that emerged from the election, such as three PGs emerging the same time, three president generals emerging the same from the same election the same day, three factions held their election that day and then produced their PGs. So let us dive into the good aspect of what happened. To start with, what is Ohanaeze? Who are the Ohanaeze? Ohanaeze is the Apex Igbo Social-Cultural Organization founded in 1976 by Igbo leaders to look after the interests of Igbos and they unite Igbos all over Nigeria and then in diaspora overseas. Now, every 4 years, or let's say every 4 years, they hold elections. I think every 2 years or so, for I think every 2 or 4 years, they hold the elections for the PG. PG is the President General of Ohanaeze, and then this cabinet that will work with him. The previous PG came from Imo State. Recall that George Obiozo was a PG, President General of Ohanaeze. He died. Emmanuel Iwanyanwu took over, and sadly, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu also died. Both men were from Imo State, so that was the turn of Imo State. Now is the turn of Igbos in Rivers State. Ohanaeze zoned the position of PG to Igbos in Rivers State. Now, the good thing about this election was the fact that it was zoned to the Igbos in Rivers State. Now, having said that, this wouldn't be the first time it was zoned to Igbos outside the Southeast region. Recall that Ralph Wachwe from Ogwashiukwu in Delta State, Igbo-speaking part, was once the PG of Ohanaeze Ndigbo before he passed away. So this wouldn't be the first time the Ohanaeze zoned their PG outside the Igbo, outside the Southeast region. However, this could be the first time it was the turn of Igbos in Rivers State to produce the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. So it's significant in so many ways. Recall that some people from Ikwere are saying they are not Igbos. Nobody is forcing them to Igbos. As a matter of fact, I watched a video by Obaku Ikwere. They denounced Ohanaeze. They disassociated themselves from Ohanaeze. They didn't want anything to do with Ohanaeze. In fact, they also mentioned, made reference to Biafra agitation again, which again you could see their fears. Now, they also issued a disclaimer. They also issued a sort of what I called, not disclaimer, what I called a threat, sort of telling anyone from Ikwere that accepts to be the Ohanaeze President General is an enemy of Ikwere people. For me, I think that's going too far. That's going too far. When you claim you are not part of Igbos, nobody worried you, nobody disturbed you. The people that came for, the people that made, the Obaku Ikwere people that issued this press release on video, when they said they were not going to be Igbos, nobody said anything. But going to threat any Ikwere person or declaring any Ikwere person as an enemy, for me, is not too good, because we know how this kind of things goes in Nigeria. You can tag somebody enemy, and next thing is just to start maybe instigating attacks or hatred or maybe bloodshed. We all know what happened in somewhere around Rivers State. I don't want to mention names now. So this kind of statements can cause more harm than good, right? So let's move on. So another good thing that emerged was that they emerged from Ohanaeze election, one held at Enugu, I think Government House in Enugu. The four southeastern governors were present. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State was there. Governor Charles Soludo from Anambra State was there. LS Oti from Abia State was there. Peter Mba from Enugu State was there. Ebonyi State sent, I think, their deputy or another delegate to represent the governor. And then there were also other prominent Igbo sons and daughters, like Senator Victor Ume. I saw him. I also think I saw Senator, I think Ben Obi, with other clergy. So coming together like that sends a message that they mean business, or Ohanaeze means business. It was a kind of it was a good solidarity, if you ask me. It was a good outing. So that's a good thing that emerged from coming from the election. Of course, the greatest good that emerged was that somebody from Igbo speaking part of Rivers State, Senator John Azutambata, emerged from there. Having said that, also, the other two factions that produced their PG the same Friday, the 10th of January, were also from Ikwere. Barrister Uchokuku emerged from election held in Port Harcourt. I heard that he was unopposed. But he's also from Ikwere. So that's also a good thing in a way. And also Jackson Omenaz, I think he's also from Ikwere. So plus or minus, any head or tail, an Ikwere person emerged as the PG of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. So even though there are factions, it's not good to factionalize organization, but when you look at that critically, an Ikwere man emerged. Head or tail, Ikwere man emerged. So what this will do will be it will promote the unity of Igbos outside the core Southeast region. It will not give them sense of belonging, sense of identity, sense of brotherliness and sisterliness. Those that wants to identify with the Igbos as maybe part of Igbos. This election sends a good message to them that you are part of Igbos. Ohanaeze is ready for you, or Ohanaeze is extending their hands of brotherhood or sisterhood or hands of fellowship to you. So it's a good thing. So I want to see Ohanaeze do the same thing to the Igbo people that are in Kogi State. I heard there are Igbos in Kogi State, as well as the Igbo people in Benue State. No matter how little they might be, what is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. So what Ohanaeze should do is also to extend hands of fellowship to them. Even to, I also heard there were some Igbos, I think in Cross River or Akwa Ibom. The same treatment should be given to every Igbo community outside the Southeast. Give them a sense of belonging. I will want the new Ohanaeze PG to do this as a matter of urgency. Extend hands of fellowship to other Igbos around. And also go further. Igbos that are beyond the shores of Nigeria. If you recall, during there was some Igbos who were taken outside Nigeria, I think to somewhere around I think Gabon or one of those Equatorial Guinea. I was told that there are some Igbo communities in Equatorial Guinea. So these are things that Ohanaeze should do, the new Ohanaeze PG should do, to reach out or send delegates to go and establish contacts with these Igbos beyond the shores of Nigeria. So that would be a good thing. So the good thing has started to emerge. So I want it to continue emerging by reaching out to Igbos in every part of the world where there are Igbos. Right. President Bola Tinubu has extended his congratulatory message to Senator John Azutambata. But before we even proceed, who is John Azutambata? John Azutambata was born in 1960 is an Ikwere man. I was told the father was the founder, the late father was the founder of, I think, I don't know whether it's a businessman fellowship or I don't know the denomination he founded. Senator Sultan Bata was a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999. He served 2 terms. And then the good thing, I read that I think he's into construction, either the owner or the managing director of MCC, Monia Construction Company. Right. Now, the bad thing that emerged from the election was the fact that some delegates that attended the Enugu Ohanaeze meeting where Senator John Bata emerged were complaining that there was no election. However, that there was a kind of affirmation where people were asked to say yes or no as against maybe secret ballot system. Now, I wouldn't be able to comment on that because I'm not privy to Ohanaeze constitution. I'm not privy to their electoral guidelines, so I won't be able to comment. However, I need to point out that there was a dissenting voice. People, 1 or 2 or 3 delegates were not happy, and they said that even though the majority will carry the day, but the minority will have their say. So I would like Ohanaeze Ndigbo to address this issue, this complaint. Everything was done through affirmation. But also there's another school of thought that said if the office was zoned to Igbos in Ikwere, and then somebody emerges, so there might not be a need for election. But again, that's going to be a topic for Ohanaeze to rightly address and answer. There are also speculations that the Southeast governors hijacked Ohanaeze because they supported Senator John Sultan Bata to emerge as the PG. In all honesty, I didn't see Sultan Bata campaign. I didn't see him campaign or show serious interest like some other contenders like Michael Kiro and Barrister Uche Okuku. So it was only on the 10th, Friday 10th, that I heard he emerged. So for me, I don't know whether he has been doing underground campaign or how he emerged, but I saw 2 other people do campaign. So people are speculating, people are saying Southeast governors have hijacked Ohanaeze because Senator Sultan Bata emerged. It's also a topic or issue for Ohanaeze to address. Now, the ugly thing about this, like I said, was the fact that 3 factions had election the same day. 3 factions for Ohanaeze did the election on the same day. Uche Okuku had his own faction. Uche Okuku, by the way, was the former Secretary General for Ohanaeze Ndigbo. He has spent over 30 years of his life fighting for Igbo cause. He's been to jail with Rafa Wazirike because he had the issue. He had things to do with Masob. He was a member of Masob. Masob was the movement for actualization of sovereign state of Biafra. He's been to detention 1 or 2 times because of that, and spent years in detention, and has been in Ohanaeze for a very long time. And then Barrister Jackson Omena has also emerged. However, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good for Ohanaeze to have like 3 factions, and the same 3 factions produce Ohanaeze President Generals. So I think that is also a challenge for Senator John Bata to reach out to these people. They are his brothers, they are from Ikwere, they are from Rivers State, they are Igbos. To reach out to them for peace negotiations. Not only the new Ohanaeze General President to do that, every other concerned Igbo person should reach out to these factions and bring them in and then make peace with them. Now, this takes me to another point, which is that Senator John Sultan Bata should listen to the interview granted by Barrister Uche through Njenje Media, where Uche highlighted his policy initiatives for Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Those policy ideas were fantastic. I would like the new Ohanaeze PG to go back or set up a committee that will go to listen to what Uche said, get those points or get those ideas, and then put them into practice. And that thing he should do is to listen to what Michael Kiro said. Now, get in there, get the ideas Michael Kiro said, and then copy them, add them with the ones Uche said. Reach out to Michael Kiro as well. Reach out to Uche, reach out to Menazo Jackson. Unite them, bring them back to the fold, and run with their agenda. It doesn't matter who has the agenda. What the major thing is for you to succeed and then deliver on why you are elected as Ohanaeze PG, because there's a lot of things to do. Ohanaeze, I mean, is recognized worldwide as APES Igbo Cultural Organization. So it's not a small group. It's not a small organization. We are talking about interests of over 40 million people to look after. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Having said that also, I want to use this medium to ask Igbo people to support Ohanaeze Ndigbo, right? I listened to one of the speakers, I think Kosichukwu, I don't know the name, pardon me, forgive me, please. We were talking about membership of Ohanaeze, that people will register with 100 naira, people those in diaspora will register with $1, and then pay monthly due of $1. These are good ideas, but however, there's need for transparency and accountability. Every fund that comes to Ohanaeze should be properly accounted for. If you want to have the support of Igbos, you have to be transparent. So finally, I think I will ask Igbos, to eschew any differences, any bitterness, support Ohanaeze to help to rebuild the Southeast, and then particularly help to unify the Igbo people all over the world. There are also one or two Igbo groups, one or two groups on social media that are also doing similar thing, going out to community. I think it's in Namen TV or whatever, I'm not too sure. Going to communities all over the South region, reaching out to Igbo communities there. This group is also worthy to be supported in the project they are undertaking. Right. This is where I'm going to stop this episode. If you have any comments on this topic, kindly drop them on the comment section. Bye.